Whoa.
Recording. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this week's Blades in the Dark. Fafner's going to make the post here in just a second.
Was this like the 1 week we got you flat-footed?
Last week, Jeff couldn't make it, but this week Jeff is here, but Breadmaster couldn't make it, but we're still playing Blades in the Dark because Hijikata's in kind of a dire situation anyway, but we'll resolve Hijikata's situation because Hijikata just kind of gets away. Because I'm not into killing people's characters or anything like that. Not my favorite thing to do. Anyway, I guess I can make the post. I can do it. Never mind.
I don't fully heal the concussion.
You don't heal. Oh, fudge. Okay, well, we're gonna start. We're gonna start with you, Kalari, because when you get back from mailing off money to help your family or whatever it is that you do in your free time, or trying to heal, when you get back from Rao, who is still being terribly rude to you, your friends are missing. They didn't even leave a note, though Justice and Ark are there, like, gushing over the idea of their diabolical plan. So you can pull them aside and talk to them. And Justice and Ark will inform you of their plan, which I've already told you about in the chat. But basically, Justice excitedly tells you that they strapped a bomb to Yoshiro Date's lawyer and then waltzed into his manor.
Excuse me?
Yep.
Why was I not consulted about this at all?
You were busy, says Justice, but isn't it cool? Ark looks flustered. It says, at this point, it's probably just an absolute mess in there, he says to you quietly. And as he says that to you, I have a question for you, Jeff.
Yeah.
Your character's background is military, right?
Yeah.
What was your character's rank in the military?
Oh, God, I don't fucking know what ranks are. Let me look.
We already have one general, so.
Yeah.
Lieutenant, major, sergeant?
I don't think she was a commissioned officer. She's probably like a sergeant.
Okay, sergeant. So as they're telling you everything that they know that went down, because they have no idea what went down after they got in, only that they got in and broke in. They say, we gotta get you in, but we're not exactly sure how. You could probably sneak in through the window, just like they planned to do. But then Haruko actually approaches the two of you looking like suspicious. And she says, Sergeant Kalari, I stumbled across something that may be of use to you. And she says it in a very quiet voice as she ushers you aside and like the shopkeeper Resident Evil 4 opens up her overcoat and shows you she has a uniform of the officers of Yoshiro Date's manor. It's not quite like your old one, but it mixes in better with the current officers at the manor where your friends are, and I suspect it's chaos by now. You should be able to just slip right in, assuming you want this. You're always welcome to come up with your own schemes. I remember them turning out pretty well when we served together, ma'am.
Just give me the...
She hands you the uniform and says, let's not talk about how I got this. She makes a disgusted face. I hope it's your size. It's a little big on you, but it's fine.
Well, I grab my guns, grab my rifle, and I head out.
It's just going to be a risky prowl action to slip in.
Prowl, not that. Alright, what can I do to some helping?
What was that?
I'm gonna have Bando like look out for me and alert
Okay.
me to anything that's sneaking up on me.
Okay. You want to, so you're trying to make this a controlled action?
Yes.
Okay, I'll allow it. You can hear, like, people screaming, like, and, like, you can see the open window, and there's a surprisingly low lack of guards around this heavily fortified estate.
You hear Morwog off in the distance.
Yeah.
Alright, so the concuss gives me less effects. This is knocked down to limited from standard.
Yeah, it's down to limited from standard.
No bonus. So I got a 6.
Nice.
You did it. All right, don't worry. That's more than enough counts to get you in, because we're not doing like 10 counts on every clock anymore. So you, I mean, what do? Do you just walk in? Because like you can. You're dressed up as one of the guards. You can just come
I
rushing
just
in.
walk in like I belong there. When you act like you belong somewhere, people don't really give you a second look.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You have a clipboard.
We'll get back to you in just a second, Kalari, because you hear the sound of guards coming from the upper left room over here. And I also have to grab your pog and drag you in here, so hold on. Whoop. Ooh, I'm just dropping you in. There we go. So, Asahi, we have to retcon something for you and Yumi. So, Yumi, you might want to pay attention to this. For you, Asahi, time freezes the moment you make that deal with the devil. And Yumi, I'll tell you what you see after this, but Asahi, you feel this pulling sensation, and you're in a dark room. The lights flick on just after it's been long enough for your eyes to adjust to the darkness, and once your eyes adjust to the light, you see a sinister but gorgeous snake lady coiled up comfortably in a pile of silken pillows and blankets, and she's watching you with interest.
Hi.
Asahi, she smiles. What a fine way to finally meet.
Yeah.
She gazes at you scrutinizingly and taps her fingertips on her chin for a moment as she twitches her tail and says, "So, you wish to achieve your goal, do you not? This power is not beyond you, let alone me, so I shall help you, of course. Especially since your goals overlap quite a bit with my goals, but have you
Oh,
thought
good. That's
this
really
plan?
good to hear.
Have you thought this plan all the way through?"
I want just like a flashback montage of like every stupid fucking idea I had last session.
They were all bad. Every idea was bad.
I had one good idea last session and it didn't help. I never claimed to have the best ideas. I only claim to have ideas.
Nobody else was having them, so that's how we got in this situation. She like leans back a little bit and says, "You see, for deals like these, in situations like these, there are always consequences. And walking into Yoshiro Date's manor with a bomb strapped to his lawyer, defrauding him, and then killing 7 of his guards is pretty ripe for consequences. Nasty ones. If I'm doing my job well, and I do like to do my job well, once I'm involved, you achieve your goals, but the consequences are grave enough you regret making the deal." She pauses. "But your goals overlap so well with my goals, so perhaps I'll be bad at my job today. We all have days off, don't we even?" The devil, she rolls her eyes.
I think I'm having an off day myself. Honestly.
You are indeed, but you knew who to call for when when the going got rough. So I have an offer to make to you, Asahi.
Things go slightly wrong, and Asahi just starts yelling, "Save me, Satan!"
Things went very wrong in that room.
I know, but
My offer to you, of course, is that you kill this room full of people, but not Yoshiro. He's mine, I'm afraid. Though, through a deal we've made in the past, I can't mess with him as much as I would like to, and originally, the deal was also for him to not fuck with me. But unlike the devil, mortals don't have to abide by their deals. She scowls. I do, of course, expect you to abide by our deal. You're a different man than Yoshiro, but moreover, she grins, you don't have his protections.
yep, that's all true. All right, I'm already most of the way done with what you've asked.
Yep. Your goal is to save the children from his further plots, so I'm behind that.
Does everyone in the room include Yumi?
It's
No.
good to clarify.
No, you kill the room. You kill the guards. Good question. No, you don't kill Yumi. We'll make sure that she's safe. She has of course been very helpful to me.
What?
Oh, don't worry about it.
Oh, I will. But okay, I'll stop asking.
Yeah, you should probably worry about that, just like mildly.
Just a little bit of worried. You've all been very helpful to me, she smiles. So, your goal is to save the children from his further plots. This means you need to go where the children are, so you will be taken captive and led to the dungeons, but a disturbance in the vault will have you brought along to there, where you will keep everybody in that vault perfectly safe. She uncoils slightly. Everyone. She looks at you, like, very severely.
Okay.
Finally, in that vault is a shard of the mirror, and I need you to collect it and give it to me. You will leave it in the hollow of this tree. An image blasts into your mind. After you and all your friends find a way out. Are we clear?
Yep. Kill all the guards in this room. Go to jail. Protect everyone in the vault. And then give you the shard. I got it.
Then we're good. Just so you know, there will be consequences. Yoshiro is going to know who you and Yumi are, and he has more powerful entities in his service than these Onian soldiers, which means you'll probably be pulled into his little extortion racket and forced to pay protection money, she rolls her eyes again, in coin, of course. You may find your legal efforts stymied some, and the officers and soldiers of this city hostile to you, at the very least. Look, I can't read his mind, unfortunately. My job would be a whole lot easier if I could. So there might be some other repercussions, but I don't know about. But I know what I've already said will be true. You'll be wanted, the two of you. There'll be a price on your heads.
Okay.
She
I
nods.
do have one question about Yoshiro.
Of course, I'm happy to answer.
You're not asking me to kill him. Are you preventing me from killing him?
No, but it would be very sad if the person I wanted to kill him did not kill him. But
okay.
You know, it's fine if he dies. I want him to suffer, of course. But we've only
all right.
made
I just
this
want to
deal.
make sure I understood the whole situation.
I have mechanisms in place. It's not time for him to die just yet. See, his heir isn't the right heir just yet. We're working on it. I want the right person in control of this happy little town after he goes away.
Gotta get him to fuck.
All right, good. So I guess I need to finish killing everyone in that room.
Yep. I believe that ends our friendly little meeting. You will, of course, be returned to play out your role. I do hope to see you again, Asahi, though I hope you don't return such sentiments. Farewell. And you snap back into reality. So Yumi, what you see is...
there goes gravity.
The lights turn off, and there's this pulling sensation. When the lights come back on, you are surrounded by the bodies of 7 guards, and Yoshiro is slapping those key handcuffs on you and announcing, "You will disappear," as 2 guards come rushing in, and one of those guards, Jeff, is you. Kalari, rushing in. So what does Yumi see when you kill 7 men, Asahi?
I don't know. She sees me kill 7 men.
He strikes out with his sword. Do you kill him in one swipe?
All 7 with one swipe. Yeah. Obviously.
So that's what you see, Yumi. You see for a second time seems to slow down, and then there's like a brief flicker of lights. But when the lights snap back on, Asahi has swung out with his sword and he's killed all 7 of the guards in one vicious, ruthlessly efficient swipe.
Holy shit.
There's
Are there
also
other
the,
guards still? Is that everyone but me?
That's everyone but you and the second guard who just rushed in, and Yoshiro, who just slapped some key handcuffs on.
Okay, wait. I forgot to mention the most important thing that Yumi sees in the upper left corner. She sees the blade mode icon.
All right. So is who in here is not the party then? I'm confused. There's a lot going on.
All right. Who in here who is not in the party is Yoshiro, this guy here. You
Okay,
are,
who's he?
and he's the lord of this town.
He's the one trafficking Oni children.
Okay.
And then the guard right next to you who came rushing in with you.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to grab the Lord
Okay.
and then command the other guard to help me remove him from this very dangerous situation to get everyone else alone in this room.
Yep. Okay. As you grab Yoshiro, he's shouting, "Take him away! Take them both away! I command you!" And you're like, "Your Majesty or my Lord or whatever. It's so dangerous here. We'll take care of it."
Yeah. What's my position on this one? Am I still controlled because I?
Yeah, I want to say risky, but let's go with controlled. Because you're blended in so well. This is a sway, I believe.
I get
By the way,
I get a +1 to not being detected whenever I'm prepared by situation. So I'm getting.
Yep. Sorry.
No, I'm using command.
Okay. A 5.
Nice.
A 5 on. Controlled is, hold on. I left the 23. Okay, hold on. If you want to read it for me while I'm going to it, go ahead, but...
I'll have it up.
Sorry for the wait. I should have gone back. I was reading Heat and trying to make sure that you all don't die because of this. Okay, controlled. On a 4 or 5, you hesitate, withdraw, or try a different approach, or else do it with a minor consequence. A minor complication occurs. You have reduced effect, suffer lesser harm, or end up in a risky position. So
I will take a minor complication.
A minor complication.
So basically, my goal here is basically say, my lord, 7 men just died in front of you. We need to get you out of here right now. And I just basically use my force of personality and acting like I'm in charge to kind of cow him into doing it because he's probably confused about what's happening.
The consequence is going to be that he goes with the other guard and has you take Asahi to the dungeons with Yumi.
That's even better.
Yeah, exactly.
I would have thought the opposite.
Well, actually, actually, that's a good idea. Because that's actually a good thing to happen. The bad thing should happen. That's not a consequence at all. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
The guard that is not you, you pull him away. I'll drag him out. The guard who is not you starts taking Asahi and Yumi into the dungeons. I don't have a dungeon map, I'm sorry, but you're going there. So he's taking you down into the second floor. But you're left with you.
What was the place with all the children?
That's the vault.
Okay.
That's the good place you want to be. It's where
that's
cool
the good place
people
you
are.
Be. All right, so you get led away by this single guard. Your hands are bound by the key handcuffs, but Yumi, your hands are not bound at all.
Foolish decision.
You can steal.
All right. Yeah.
All right, 2 of you.
Yumi, I need help.
I'm here.
I'm sure you're enjoying this, but please.
I mean, you seemed like you were handling it really well. Though I am wondering if the price on our head is like a good one, or if it's like kind of like that insulting kind that I need to rack up more heat for.
We don't need to rack up more heat.
All the heat. Maximum heat mission. Oh, the lawyer. The lawyer's still alive too. I forgot about him and I never downloaded his POG. As you're being led away, you hear him scream, "Get this bomb off me!"
Ah, sir. My
There
lord
was no
must
resolution
move
to that
fast with the bomb nearby.
We don't have to get away from the bomb. The bomb's following us.
If only if only I could exploit that somehow.
Me, you can
I mean,
try.
you could set off the bomb and blow up the lawyer.
We've already killed one man.
I mean,
We
Another.
already killed 7.
I don't think I know how to.
You just light the fuse.
It's just a fuse. It's just a match. But can you please let me use my arms again? I'm the fighter.
There
I
has
mean, you
to
can
be a way-
use your 2 hands as one.
I assume they were behind my back because
Yeah,
the
they're
person who
behind his
handcuffed me wasn't an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, just bend your arms. Maneuver
your-
yourself out of that.
Roll your shoulders out of the socket and pull your arms around in front of you and,
It's
and
real
strike with
simple.
your sword.
Wait, are
Use
they?
your
So are they
teeth like
leading?
Raiden.
Are they
Sorry,
leading
go ahead.
us both away?
Yes, they're leading you both
Yes.
away. I'll start moving your pogs a little bit to like signify that. Here we go.
How close are we?
Together, you're right next to
Yes.
each other because he's got his poleaxe poking into
And you're
you.
not restrained at all for some reason.
You're not restrained at all because Yoshiro got pulled away by Kalari before he could.
I'm trying to-
Violence
I'm
must
trying
be
to-
good enough.
I'm trying to figure out a way to see if I can get your arms loose. Unfortunately, my only blade that I can think of is my cane sword, and I've definitely had that confiscated.
Well, you keep Jenna, you keep calling these handcuffs key handcuffs. Are they magic?
They are magic, which means a tune or some sort of supernatural nonsense could
Oh, I
deactivate
thought
them.
you meant key. I thought you meant key as in KEY.
No.
Okay, I'm going. Let me try and see if I can use a tune to sort of just fiddle with the magic lock while we're walking.
Okay. Kalari, where are you taking Yoshiro Date? Really quick.
Have I ever been here before?
No.
I don't feel like it. I'm gonna do the thing where I kind of like get him in front of me and just kind of let him go wherever he goes.
Okay, he's heading to the vault. So good news for you. He's rushing to the vault to check on it. And he's calling for the guards. Guards, more guards. And the guards are not really responding all that much because they're busy chasing Hijikata.
Oh, check out the crabs in this ponds. Jeez.
Yeah.
Some rad crabs.
They're crabs with human heads on them.
I'm high as hell, and this is freaky.
All right, well, I'm
Alright,
gonna keep following him until he goes in the vault.
Okay, I'll
I'm
move
not
you
gonna
two to
get
the vault.
suspicious.
But first, it's Yumi's turn. Go ahead, Yumi.
Okay, a tune.
This
What's
is
the
a risky
position?
position.
Effect.
Standard.
I really need this to work, so I am going to push myself.
Okay. Be mindful of your stress.
Yeah, it's kind of high, but I've got a little bit of wiggle room.
Mhm.
I have precisely 2 boxes of whipped cream.
I think Luca's in the same situation.
Okay, let's punch it, Chewy.
Nice. Got a 5.
Whew, okay.
Nice, a 5. All right. You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm, a complication occurs, you have reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. So if you want the reduced effect, I say you get one hand free, but the other hand is still caught in...
Cuffed to what?
I mean, it's just has a cuffing... Yeah, you're right. This isn't a good complication. I'm trying to be easy on you two because I don't want y'all to die.
I mean, it
I
could
like
just be
the
that it
idea.
takes too long.
A complication could be someone notices, maybe.
Oh, yeah. So you get one cuff off before the guard notices and says, "Hey," and prods you.
Hey, you're walking here.
I'm walking here.
Are we in sight of any other guards?
No. Look at
Okay.
all the. There's only Kalari, the dressed up guard, here right now.
Because I happen to have in my inventory transpowder,
Oh,
and he is
yeah.
very close to me.
Go ahead and use that trans powder to have a no second roll needed. You should have told me that you were planning on using the trans powder to distract him. I would have given you a great effect. So you baff him in the face with the trans powder, and he
I was hoping.
staggers. Oh, so go ahead.
I was just saying, I was hoping it would work. I wouldn't have to because this is a little more complicated.
Yeah,
But
You
it doesn't
baff-
work.
Yep, you baff him in the face with the trans powder, and he like staggers and reacts, and you're free. Where do you run to as he staggers away, screaming and clawing at his eyes? And you've got Asahi, you've got one hand free, but again, the other hand is still caught in a manacle. Not that it matters because it's not stuck to anything, but still.
If anything, it's
Well-
made you more powerful.
That's
I know
the
my next
future
goal is
problem
the
to deal
vault.
with.
Okay, so you're heading to the vault. You remember you two actually have the layout of the place, so I'll drag you two to the vault. And Kalari and Yoshiro, I will take you there in just a minute.
I'm going to like wave them off a little bit because I'm behind him, so he won't see it.
Yep.
It's like, wait a second.
Oh, yeah, you two should they're kind of causing a scene, but I guess your scene can happen before their scene. So what Kalari's doing is basically telling you, Yumi, to not toss this trans powder into space just yet.
No. I want them to stay away from the vault for now. Don't make me be so obvious over here.
Okay.
Run somewhere else. At least for now.
Alright. I'm gonna move
But
you
I have to do Satan's bidding.
Yeah, he does have to do Satan's
I want to
bidding.
see what the Lord does before anything else happens. I don't want to
Okay.
interrupt it.
All
I
right.
should probably
I'll
go in
wait.
that case.
Yeah, we'll go to you. All right, we'll come back to you two in just a second. All right, to the vault. Whoop.
Just say they have the long way because they're going towards the dungeon. So
Yep.
it takes a little.
So, last time, my key was glowing, my magic key, so I figure that's a pretty good escape plan for these babies for the time being.
Now, where's the Lord? Pop him in
Hold
here.
on. I'm putting him on the token layer. There we go. He was on the GM layer. There you go. He's very small. He's a small boy. All right, so you're going to use it to escape the babies? All right.
So, yeah, basically, I want to find that door and I want to get them in.
Okay. It's going to be an attune roll.
Yep.
This is controlled because there's no guard or anything in here because Hijikata is taking care of it.
All right, so there's control. Oh, that's right. Gotta not risky. Controlled. Submit. I'm going to say I have the ghost key, which I think by default would probably just raise the effect because I have the thing that accesses this door.
Yeah, I would say that this would be a great effect.
All right.
I'm not even ticking
And-
up any clocks right now because this is all just like one roll to solve kind of situation.
Yeah, so I have 3 die on this already, but I feel like this might be a deal with the devil, like, in of itself, just because of... I'm basically just going to be dropping these Oni children off with her.
Yep, with your girlfriend. Yeah, that is definitely what you're doing. If you want a double scene, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, so... It's only a deal with the devil if it succeeds, but also, whatever.
No, it's a
I'm
deal.
going
If you
to-
make a deal with the devil, it's a deal with the devil whether or not it succeeds.
I know, but just in fiction if I don't make it to the door. But I'm going to be confident that I'm going to make it to this door. I'm not going to screw up this roll. I'm going to screw up this roll, aren't I? Nope, I got a 6.
You got
I'm
a
good.
6. All right.
So yeah, before anyone gets in, Sensu is just like, all right, I've got a key. I know how to play hot and cold with this thing. I'm just going to get right to that door. And I do.
Yep. The door is actually in the back of the cell, right over here.
Ah, super convenient.
Mm-hmm. You slip it open, unlock it, and one of what is her name? Kimisama's guards is standing right there with with blankets in their arms to take the babies from you, like they already knew.
Kimisaki, but yeah. I just come in like,
sorry.
Oh, Well, I suppose a mission like this isn't exactly a subtle one, is it?
You've made quite the stir. Her ladyship is already aware of the situation, and she'll want to speak with you later about what you'll owe her. But for now, let's get these children out of here. It's very much in her interest to save them from his rituals.
Oh, good. So we're on the same page then. Yes, take them for now. Unfortunately, I still have some business back at the mansion, so I'll have to take my leave from here. I assume you know how to take care of Oni children, yes?
Of course we do. This is our realm, our people, and
Good. Then you are much better off than me.
He ushers the children in and like wraps them up in blankets, and the several of the other guards draw them away and says, "You will have to speak with her, but she is." The GM doesn't want to make a scene right now, so it'll have to wait until later.
Oh, don't worry. I was planning on it anyway.
Of course.
Take care and all that.
Have fun. Oh, by the way, he hands you a head covering. Cover your face so that Yoshiro doesn't know what you look like.
Ah, good plan. Thank you.
And then he waves to you, and then you're just kind of gently pushed out. Not like harshly pushed up, but just kind of like it's like an invisible wall just kind of presses up against you and just kind of pushes you out. And you pop back out into the cell.
All right, well, that's the main mission taken care of. Now we just have to not die.
Now, Yoshiro rushes in and with you, Kalari, and just as the door opens up, his eye, you can actually see. So what you see, Kalari, is you actually see like a ripple in the air where Sensui is standing with her back towards you, and then she just pops out of existence with like a smell of like smoke. And then the children just kind of pop away. With
My God, they're exploding.
And then she,
what does
sorry, go ahead.
No, what does she do?
She suddenly tumbles back out, Sensui does, after all the children pop away.
With her face covered.
With her face covered. And you hear...
What does the Lord do?
He says, shoot her! What are you doing? Shoot her!
Is he still ahead of me? Like pointing forward?
Yes, he's still ahead of you.
All right, I'm going to bash in the back of the head of the butt of my rifle.
Nice.
Oh, I was so hoping you were just going to shoot him instead.
Well, I mean, okay, let me ask you this. Do we want this guy dead? Would I know this?
Oh, I wasn't criticizing
would
you. You do what you want. I was just...
You don't know about the deal that Asahi has with the devil or the devil's intentions for this guy. So if you want to kill him and fuck up the devil's intentions for this guy, go for it because you don't know about it.
Well, I don't want to just commit a murder. What do I know about this?
Oh,
I mean, he's trafficking children.
He's trafficking
Aside
children.
from that.
He's the lord of this realm. He doesn't have an heir. So if you kill him, it'll create a big power vacuum. That'll cause all these factions to start feuding to take over.
You know what? Fuck it. It's still controlled because I'm still.
I'm gonna say this is a little risky because he's been shouting for the guards the entire time. But go on.
Okay, fine. But I do think that I should get something for being doing this, unsuspectedly.
Yeah, I'll give you a great effect instead of a standard effect for it.
All right. And what I want to push myself to get some extra dice. Was that 2 stress, 4 stress? How many stress is it?
Yeah, it's 2 stress. It's 2 stress.
For 1 die?
Yeah, for 1 die.
Okay.
You can get help too, since we can be like, no, shoot him. Oh, you got a 5. Okay. So
nope,
5 on a
fine.
risky.
I just blasted him in the back of the head.
Oh
you
my
do
God.
It,
I would say that the consequence is everyone fucking hears that gunshot.
Yeah, everyone hears that gunshot.
The acoustic in this vault are amazing.
Oh, nice job.
Let's get out of here, please.
Well, There is a mirror shard over there that is undoubtedly trapped. Do you want to figure out how to get that now, or do you want to come back in a few days when this place will still be hot, but maybe with a little bit less pressure?
Oh
Hold on.
God, I will look at.
So you two, there's a gunshot rings out in the hallway. The guard the guard who was clawing at his eyes just says, just go, fuck this, and he runs away and just leaves the two of you alone. And
A
you're
wise
able
man.
to follow the sound of the gunshot into the vault. So here you are, Asahi, in the vault.
Yeah, I want to just
What the
hear.
fuck did you all do? Oh my God.
We just saved 6 children, I think.
Oh no, that was me. I
Well,
managed
anyways,
to sneak in.
I'll handle the mirror shard. Don't worry.
He's got
I'm
this.
gonna cover the vault door with my guns.
I just see Yoshiro like, oh, that's probably gonna come back.
I've got 2
Might be.
free stress to spend. Do I want to help you, or
Hurry, please.
How's Yumi on stress? Is she better equipped to help at the moment?
I don't know how Yumi is on stress. I'm just moving the
I'm-
guard into here because you're gonna have to fight him, and I think I might bring Kagimatsu into this too. We'll see.
Yeah, I have 3 stress things before I hit trauma.
I only have 2.
Well, if you want to do that now, good luck, Asahi.
I mean, I could take a stress to help, but then I would be very close to the edge. No. No, 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 no.
Yeah, I'm the fighter. Hold on, let me.
One guard comes charging in. It was the guard that was chasing Hijikata as you hear a siren go off.
I shoot him.
Okay.
I'm covering
well,
the door.
Let Asahi go first, but then yes, you're gonna have to shoot him because this is a clocked battle.
All right. I'm just gonna, I guess, sword fight this Oni.
Okay.
Risky position.
Yep.
Is it really only risky now? We just killed the Lord.
Oh yeah, that's true. It's desperate. Sorry, Jeff's not helping.
I'm not helping.
It's okay, that just means we get more experience.
All right. And what is the effect?
Oh gosh, for an Oni, unless you have something that's gonna help you, it's not even a standard effect. This is a limited effect. It's wearing armor.
I have Ghost Fighter. I gain potency in combat versus the supernatural.
Okay. Well, then it's standard effect.
I have a Demon Bane charm. If I'm just like standing right here chilling, is he just gonna be like, ugh, and be less good at fighting?
If you want to spend the stress to help him, yes.
Nope.
That's what I thought.
All right.
Saving this for
I'm
me.
not gonna add any bonus dice.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna take a look at that roll.
Still not great.
Hold on.
It's a bad
That's
roll.
not good.
It's not good.
I'm gonna take a look at this roll and see what it says.
It's a 3.
Oh no. Okay, desperate. It's the worst outcome. You suffer severe harm, a serious complication occurs, or you lose this opportunity, and you lose this opportunity for the action. Since it was desperate, I'm going to say pick 2.
All right. So
You can
severe
use your
harm,
arm-
lose
yeah, you can-
opportunity.
Yeah.
What was the second
A
one?
serious complication, which is going to be Kagimatsu shows up, just so you know.
All right. I just want this fucking mission to end.
I'm so sorry.
Pick whichever 2 will let this mission end quicker.
All right, you kill this Oni, but you suffer severe harm, but you can soak it with your armor and with resistance, and the serious complication occurs. So Kagimatsu does show up, but the secret exit is still open from Hijikata, and you can see it over here. so you can run away. This is now a pursuit clock as Kagematsu shows up.
What is the resistance roll?
God,
It's
I forget
just clicking like the insight, prowess, or resolve, whichever you think fits in this situation.
Okay, since this is a fight, I would guess prowess.
That makes
Yes.
sense, unless you want to. Well, that's probably the best thing you can resist with. Really, you're made for this.
4. So
Alright.
suffer 6 stress.
minus-
Oof.
-4. So that's only 2. It's not the worst.
I've just barely not gotten trauma. I'm full up, guys.
All right, so you can't do anything anymore.
Oh no! How are you gonna get the shard?
I was in the
sorry.
process of getting the shard, and somebody put a fucking Oni in the map.
I'm sorry.
We can get it another day. You're the only one who knows you need to get that, so if you want to get it, that's fine by me. But I'm getting out of here.
I just say snatch it and grab and activate the trap at this point. That's what I say.
It's probably just a boulder that'll pursue us alongside Kagematsu.
Why can't that be the consequence?
You know what? I will make it so that you can get the shard. I will let you get the shard without a roll because I want the devil to get the shard. It's in my best interest, me, the GM's best interest. For
Yeah,
the
we're
devil
not
to
even
get
getting the shard.
Also, I would appreciate it if somebody looted this thing, but if not, that's fine.
I feel like I took a few coins just for distraction tactics, but that's just in case I need to do a flashback. Or
Okay,
distract
yes,
someone with coins.
that's good. You can. I think Yumi and Sensui should both grab as many coins as you can carry, which is 4, because that's how many behind you are. Is 8 coins.
I love that we can. I know that it's like a game abstraction, but I love that we carry 4 coins
Yeah.
to pick the very shiniest, prettiest 4 coins for the pile.
Yep.
Mhm.
All right. So Kagematsu is chasing you. His clock
Okay,
is.
I am going to use one of my special abilities. This does not require a roll.
Okay.
I'm going to use Sharpshooter. I can push myself to one of the following effects. The one I'm using is unleash a barrage of rapid fire to suppress the enemy more than what's normal for my weapon.
Okay.
So
This will be a great effect. Oh, and to tick up the clock. So I'll tick up the clock by 4, which is good because his clock was at 3 because of the failure.
Yeah, so I pull out my pistols and just like a hail of bullets. Like even Kagematsu has to take cover.
Yeah, Kagematsu takes cover behind like a pillar or something that is in this room, and you are at 4, and the entity is at 3. Who's going next?
Run out the door.
Yep,
All
you
right,
run out the door.
so-
I'm gonna put this shard on the GM layer. Asahi, you grab it, and fire like rushes up around you, but you're able to just like leap out before the fire hits you.
All right, so
Let's go. You block
so
the
that
door. Come
pog
on.
is Kagematsu, so probably wouldn't immediately recognize someone like him, right? Because he's a pretty gross demon that I don't feel like I'd ever seen
I'm shooting
before.
bullets at him. Run away.
He's taking cover as bullets come ricocheting around him. Several of the bullets hit him and bounce off of his skin.
Yeah, so he looks tough.
You recognize his sword, Sensui. You recognize his sword.
I feel like, yeah, like the way we're trying to escape, we're just sort of running. So I glance back and I do a double take because that is a familiar looking sword, but it's not really something I can occupy myself with right now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see. What could I do here that would help? So
Can you block the door somehow once we go through it? Anything, please, God.
Well, the trap is sealing both of the doors and filling this room with fire. The doors are slowly closing.
Okay, so I feel like we can get out. The doors will lock himself. So I would, I think, like to do a distraction.
Okay.
Which means it's time for a random yokai.
Yes.
So let's see. It's gonna be the Who are beautiful peaceful
who are
phoenix-like
yokai?
creatures which are honored across East Asia and worshipped as divine spirits. They're described as having the beak of a rooster, the jaw of a swallow, the head of a pheasant, the neck of a snake, the back of a tortoise, legs of a crane, and the tail of a peacock.
You know, I'm
They're-
just gonna use a phoenix icon, okay?
That's fine. I'm not surprised you can't just find a who out of nowhere. But yeah, they're just like super chill birds. They're signs of peace. And I feel like one just happens to be chilling out right here. So
Well,
I'm going to use a tune.
Yep, go ahead.
So I'm going to use a tune to sort of, last time I didn't really know what I was doing with the yokai, and I don't really know what I'm doing with this one either. I'm just trying to like motion it back so it'll like distract the guards. And I personally don't know how that's going to happen, but I feel like if it succeeds, it's just going to get those guards to chill out a bit, you know?
Yeah.
All right, so this is probably either risky or desperate position, right?
This is risky.
Okay, so risky. Effect.
It's
I
only
feel
risky
like this-
because you have this ability. It would be desperate if you didn't have this ability, if you were just trying to do it with just an attune roll without the ability, just so you know.
I don't. It's not a demon, so I can't really use the demon bane charm to increase effect. I think this is probably just going to be standard, right?
Yeah, just standard effect.
All right. So, do I want to push myself when I already have 3 die? Risky's not the worst thing to fail at. It's not good, but I can take it. 5, good. That's good enough. It's fine.
All right, risky. 4 or 5. You do it, but there's a consequence. You suffer harm. A complication occurs. You have reduced effect, or you end up in a desperate position. Which one do you want?
I'm guessing everybody else doesn't want us to get in a desperate position, so I'll avoid that one. I think because Kagematsu is here, it does probably have. Well, it's only standard effect, so I don't want that either. Complication makes sense, I think. I feel like this does distract some of the guards, but Kagematsu is still there, and he's sort of the one we want out of the way.
All right, this ticks up the clock 3, so you are at 4, 5, 6, 7 of 10. You're getting there.
Okay, good. Yeah, see, I definitely wanted standard there.
Yeah, I think it only ticks up the clock 2 otherwise. The bird rushes in and Kagematsu starts swatting at it. The complication is the fires are burning the soles of your feet. You're a little resistant to it because of your demon blessedness, but it still hurts a little bit. So the complication is that it's getting hot in here, and I'm going to give you a slightly burned complication, slightly singed injury, if that's okay with you.
Oh, harm? Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I can't think of a good complication other than like more guards, but you're already so close to. Oh, I could start another clock, but Loka wants to be done with this.
Sorry. Do whatever you want.
No,
Well,
it's
I mean,
fine.
we don't. Like, if we finish the thing, we're out of here, so, like, another clock wouldn't really be a huge deal, unless we fail. It could be a short clock.
Yeah, I'll start another short clock of the fire is going to fill this room if you don't get out of here soon. So you need to beat Kagematsu. You have I'll give it a 5-tick clock before the fire consumes this room and everything goes bad and everybody suffers harm. Some people have already escaped. All right, who wants to go next?
Who hasn't escaped?
Let's just run. We can get more ticks by escaping.
Can you get more ticks by escaping? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's the goal.
that solves the problem for us. We're not going to
Okay.
kill this guy.
Yeah, you can't kill him. He is too powerful. Okay, I will move you to the GM layer, and I will just say that
Well,
you...
what I'm saying is why don't we, like, get points by, like, running into the
Escaping.
city and hiding or something?
Yeah,
I feel like just the last escape. Like, I don't know if I want to make the roll, but I could help a roll, because I've got climbing gear, so I could just help rope stuff up.
The person who hasn't done something in a while is Yumi, if Yumi wants to make the final roll, or Kalari. It's been a while since Kalari's done a thing.
I did the thing immediately before the thing we just did.
Yeah, so it's Yumi who hasn't done a thing in a while. It's your turn to shine, Yumi. Or, you know what? I could have Hijikata save the day. Would that be okay with you two?
That sounds fine to me.
So
Because I'm not sure what I would do.
I would make like a prowl roll to just rush into the city and hide. But I don't think you even have prowl.
I do not. You'd be correct. All of my things are resolved.
All right, I'm moving.
Once we stopped talking, I ran out of usefulness.
I'm putting
I have
everybody onto
prowl.
the GM layer. I'm slowly but surely moving everybody onto the GM layer, and we will narrate the end of this scene as. So that Phoenix Bird Divine Beast does not last long against Kagematsu's Tetsaiga.
Oh, that poor Who. It's just a chill bird.
It's dead now. Well, not dead, but dismissed. As you see his blade like vibrate with energy, and then he just chops it, and it just phases out like a Final Fantasy boss.
Gee, why would you do that? The appearance of a Who is an extremely good open, said to signify the beginning of a new era in history. How could you just do that, Kagematsu?
It does signify a new era in history because Kagematsu is taking over this town. But we'll get to that in a minute. For now, you all flee out the door, and as the door starts to close, Kagematsu is right behind you. But just before Kagematsu can get in under the door, Hijikata shows up and just elbows him aside and rushes in through the door himself, and then the door shuts behind you, and you have escaped.
We've got it. Wow, that was... I was only here for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, you were here for the good part of that.
I'll move you all into town.
As I'm running, I am stripping off this uniform because it
yeah?
is compromised.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Just leaving pieces behind me as I run.
You're in the town. Well, it takes you some time, but you're in the town.
I don't know what happened there, but we got to lay low for like a month.
That would be for the best. I suppose we could just have a debriefing. At this point, the brothel's probably slightly safer than the bar, isn't it?
Yep.
I mean,
think
they're not going to
be
raid it.
Hanging out in the woods. Why should we even go back to town?
Because the town has beds in it.
Because the town has alcohol.
Fine.
Nah, well, we should debrief. I do have someone I need to meet first. Afterwards, we'll discuss things in as safe a place as we can find. If that happens to not be the brothel, just figure out how to tell me. We'll figure it out from there.
All right, you escaped with 8 coin, so add that to the list. So you have that, and now you're all cut up on the amount of coin that you should be having, and you should be able to level up your crew.
So I noticed that there's a whole crew sheet on my character sheet that we've just never been using, I think.
Yeah.
At the top, you just click this as character mode.
Yeah. I've been meaning to change that to what our crew is, but I always forget.
All right. Now, is that we got 8 coins from the mission, or we are at 8 coins total?
You have 8 coins from the mission.
Okay, so that means we are at 14 then. Nice.
Yep, that's where you should be, because I should have been giving you 2 coins every mission. And you've had 5 missions plus this mission. That's 10, 11, 12. So you're okay. You're 2 coins ahead, whatever. Whatever. Math is hard. It's fine. You should have gotten those 2 coins you would have gotten from the shard anyway that Asahi's not getting because he's getting his life instead, which is way more worthwhile than 2 measly coins, I would say.
Yep.
I mean,
okay.
Money is nice.
In fact, Asahi is going to say, I'm not giving up on the woods. I'm going to hide in the woods. And he's going to go to that tree.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll do the tree scene first. But hey, when you show up at the brothel, Sensui, your girlfriend isn't there. You have to wait around in a room. They bring you tea and sweets, and they tell you that she's indisposed at the moment, as you're rubbing your head from all the stress that you've incurred on this mission.
Of course, of course.
In the woods, I'm not going to move you off the map, but you arrive at the hollowed out tree and you deposit the coin, or not the coin. I'm sorry, the shard. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The shard disappears, and the devil shows up, and she says, "Ah, you've done amazingly well. Thank you very much. You know, there's another shard in these woods."
Uh-huh.
And I wouldn't mind having that one in my control as well. It's the one being held captive by the Tsuchinoko.
Look, it's not that I don't want to help you.
Mm-hmm.
It's that I could drop dead literally any second.
Ah, well, let me take care of you then. She taps you on the chin.
Don't wait, hold on. I don't care if this is the easiest deal with the devil to fulfill. I'm not making a second one. I don't care how hot the snake lady is.
She's incredibly hot. She's smokingly hot. Oh, don't make any presumptions. I am a spoken for lady, I think. She sounds a little confused by it herself. I was merely going to tend your wounds in a normal way, not my usual way. Not so good at it, but this is not how you relieve such anguishes upon yourself, so I will leave you to it. Thank you for your service. Do be careful getting out of these woods. They are not the safest. But
I'll come back for the Tsuchinoko chart when I'm not in grave peril.
Yes, of course. Thank you. I will look forward to dealing with you in regards to payment for that shard. For I will give you 2 coin for the shard. The Tsuchinoko shard, not this shard. This one cost your life. She winks.
Yeah.
And then she just disappears in a smell of smoke. Since you're sitting around drinking wine and tea and eating snacks or whatever, it's been about 30, 45 minutes.
It's good tea.
Your girlfriend pops back in. "Oh, my dear, I'm sorry. I was busy. Hello."
Oh, it's no worry. So, have you been busy for so long that you haven't noticed the Oni children, or are we already to that part of it?
Oh, they are being taken care of. They are being fed and bathed, and they are diapered. I have some of my best people working on them. Thank you so much for getting them. That I don't even want to tell you what kind of rituals Yoshiro Date, may he rest in peace. That's going to be a mess. Was doing
News does travel quickly.
Oh, yes, it does. It does indeed. But feel free to tell me what you know. She settles in and wraps her arms around you and rests her head on your shoulder.
Well, not too terribly much. So, we were going to invade the mansion, of course. That's the normal part of the plan. Part of my group decided it would be a good idea to strap a bomb to a lawyer? And so it just sort of started like that.
He still has that bomb on him, by the way.
Nobody's bothered taking it off.
I can only hope that when we go to the doctor, he's there trying to get the bomb removed.
I don't know how to do this.
I need surgical tools. He turns around. You!
Other than the frantic yelling I heard across the halls in that mansion, I can't say there was too terribly much going on that I know about personally. I got to the vault, I freed the children, of course, also broke open several of the safes. There was gold in them, didn't seem too terribly special. Still a little bit of it just in case. There was also a mirror shard there that my partner happened to obtain.
Yes, that's unfortunate that I wasn't able to get my hands on it. She says a little quickly.
Yes, so I still need to discuss that matter with the rest of them. I will later. Truth be told, I do still trust you more than the Shrine Maiden, and absolutely more than the Warden.
Well, I'm deeply touched by that, my dear. Well, then I should be honest with you. I already have the shard.
You mean different ones, or the one...
The one that you
the-
just claimed today.
Oh.
Your sweet little friend, innocent boy that he is, he made a deal with me in his direst moment, and this was the price that I had him pay for it.
Real quick question. Would she mention any sort of details that I would remember from what Yumi told me?
She made a deal in her direst moment, Sensui.
This all sounds vaguely... This may be me being slightly paranoid, but you wouldn't have had to happen to have made a deal with another person a little earlier? A few weeks ago?
Oh, my dear, I make a
Young
lot
woman,
of
Fox.
deals, but I know who you're talking about. The Fox girl. She makes a thoughtful expression on her face and says, "How honest am I to be with you, my dear?" She sighs. Well, the cat's out of the bag now, isn't it? Yes, my dear, I did make a deal with your friend.
All right, well, technically this discussion with them's going to be easier in some ways, more awkward in others.
I mean what I say when I say what my goals are for this realm. To make it safer for the mortals and the spirits. That we can all get along.
Indeed, and I believe you.
You see, the crests are the problem.
Oh wow, I was just thinking about Maoyu, but you went straight to Fire Emblem.
Well, technically speaking, the biggest problem is the Shrine Maiden makes the most straightforward argument. Her deal is get the mirror shards and escape the town. I don't know what everybody else's intentions are, but I must admit, even I personally, I'm not fond of being trapped in one place for extended periods of time.
No, I'm not fond of being away from you either, but this place can travel just as easily as you can. However, you're wrong about what your Shrine Maiden wants.
Oh, believe me, I don't exactly trust her either. At a baseline, people who tell me they have some special connection to God are typically wrong.
I have a special connection to God, she says with a laugh.
Let me clarify, human beings.
Oh, well, she's something other than human as well, but I'm revealing a little bit too much information.
You're going to make me talk to her. What a pity. I suppose I will survive.
Yes, I was in fact going to ask if you would try and get the straight answer from her. But I suspect that she is not going to be as forthcoming with you and honest with you as I have. All you need to know that I can tell you from my side of things is that her goals would end in our separation.
And that will be important to keep in mind. Oh, one more thing to say to change the subject ever so slightly, but I seem to be seeing more spirits in my own plane than I normally do. I saw two just sort of hanging around.
This place is ripe with spirits. The gaps, the broken mirror is just bleeding into this world. I want to stabilize it, which is why we need to repair the mirror and do a different kind of ritual than the ritual that Yoshiro Date was trying to do. She's much more enigmatic than I am. I'm sorry.
Yes, it's just I feel like I was almost able to influence them. Not terribly well, especially the turtle. That one just sort of bit me.
Well,
The second one, though, followed my frantic motioning of it to go in the direction of the guards.
yes, it is a phoenix creature, so it was returned to its realm once it was dismissed. It had served you well, and have you not always been incredibly influential, my dear? She kisses your cheek.
I suppose so. But if it's something I could refine, I suppose that would be useful.
It would help you greatly on your missions, that's for sure. You're going to need something for that, aren't you? Well,
Indeed.
do you want to get it from me? Or do you want to get it from your shrine maiden? Or do you want to get it from your friend Asahi? He has connections in retrieving those kinds of objects.
Well, I'm about to waste a lot of your time, so I'll see what I can find out and about then, yes?
Ah, I would appreciate that, though my time is always yours, my dear.
Alright, so I'm going to then indulge Vice for the first part of my downtime activity.
Okay.
So, bonus dice.
Aw, smooches.
4. Very
you get
nice.
heal 4 stress. Yep.
2, 3, and
She's
4.
more than
Alright.
happy to comply with her usual way of indulging Vice.
Yep, so we'll fade to black there. Who else wants to go?
Who's next? Asahi, how are you? What are you doing?
What I need to do is indulge and relieve my stress, but I'm in the woods.
What is your vice again?
Luxury.
Oh,
Like the one thing I can't indulge in out in the woods. I mean, I am in a really nice tree right now.
Well, what about a hot spring?
Sure, why not?
Oh, but the nearest hot spring is in the. You have to get back to the brothel to go to the hot springs in the brothel because I said that the only hot springs were in the brothel. They built the brothel up around the hot springs.
They don't know about these hot springs.
Okay.
Sure. No, I'll go back to the brothel. Fine.
All right, I will drag your pog into the brothel. Well, yeah, we'll just keep it on this theme for now. I'm lazy. You arrive in the brothel. Madam maybe lets you in because you still have your thing. And do you disguise yourself on your way through the town?
Yes.
How? Do you just wrap a leaf around your face? You just carry a shrub with you.
I feel like I need to be the guy with the stupidest ideas from now on.
It is kind of your thing. I liked your ideas for what it's worth because they were interesting.
They were ridiculous and dramatic. I still haven't used all of my loadout. So I'm going to load burglary gear and say that has some sort of inconspicuous disguise in it.
Yep, it definitely has a mask in it that you can use to cover your face and sneak through this town. I'm not going to make you do a prowl roll. You can just slip through. There's a lot of chaos going on, and you can actually hear, as you pass the clinic, you can hear screaming, "Get it off me! Get it off me! Get it off me!" from the clinic.
Okay.
You arrive in the brothel. Madam maybe lets you in. She once you take off your mask, she recognizes and says, "Oof, boy, you are in some trouble. Indulge yourselves while you're still alive," she says with a chuckle.
All right.
5, right? You take the highest.
Yep.
So you heal 5 stress.
Hooray.
All right, we're gonna do a round table. Kalari, what do you want to do? You didn't really get a lot of stress Do you want to advance some clocks? Attain
I'm
some.
I'm up to 5 now, actually. So,
Oh,
yes, I would like to advance the clock, though.
okay. So, do you want to? What long-term project do you want to follow up? Investigating the shards.
Gotta find the mother of this baby.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm gonna command the gang to go looking for the mother of the baby.
Okay. You roll for the gang, right? Or does it just advance the clock?
Yeah, it's just a fortune roll, I think.
Yeah, just fortune roll it. Let's see how it turns out.
Yeah, 6.
Oh, you got that 6. All right, I'll give you 3 ticks on the clock. You're at 5 of 10 of finding the mother of this baby. They get some leads.
God, why is it so hard? Where is his mother?
You're not gonna like the answer to that question, but you're gonna find it out here soon.
Well, okay. For my other one, I'm going to indulge my vice and get my stress down.
Okay.
So as long as you don't get a 6, you're good.
Yeah. Where's the button? I'm clicking it. Hold on.
Button is above stress and trauma.
Oh, there it is.
Nice,
4.
4.
Nice.
Good job.
Perfect.
So
Back
you
down to
send some
1.
money. You send some money back home. There was so much money in that vault that wasn't coin. You were able to just snatch some up, and you can send that home. But yeah, you send some money home.
Ah, feels good, man.
Feels good to help your
Yeah,
family.
That's my 2 thing.
All right, Yumi, what are you doing?
I am. Well, I gotta get rid of stress.
You're also
Everybody
gonna wanna,
de-stress.
You're also gonna want to find a way to disguise yourself. Your mischievous fox girl impulses tell you that you're gonna want to hide your identity while you're wandering around the town.
Well, as you said, mischievous foxgirl senses are. I was going to say something cool, but I forgot it. Anyway, I have a disguise kit,
Okay, that
so
works.
I'm not even remotely worried about that. I will disguise myself.
No roll necessary.
Yeah, I'll go see Ray.
Okay. You enter in. Madam maybe interrogates you a little bit because your disguise is so good, but once she hears your voice, she recognizes you and lets you in and chuckles and says, "Ah, dear, you are in a mess. Have fun." She waves to you and she says, "The good news is most people don't fuck with this place because we have a powerful, enigmatic overlord that oversees this area and keeps the people happy. So you're largely safe here."
Well, that sounds incredibly ominous, ma'am, and I'm not going to question it. Thank you.
Show not tell, Jenner, you terrible writer. Anyway, so you go see Ray. Go ahead and indulge your vices. She says, "Wow, you look terrible. Let me get you some tea and some sweets and come to my room." Or
Let's
no, you
see.
need sake, don't you? 5. Take the 5, or take the lowest result. Why do you have 0 dice in your vice?
I don't know.
I'm giving you the 5. Take 5.
Okay.
It's your lowest stat. So if she doesn't have anything in resolve or insight
Oh, really?
or progress, that's yeah.
Fudge. So are you hyper specialized?
Yes.
Okay, then you take the 2, so you only indulge 2. She brings
All
you
right,
some
I'll take
sake,
it.
but it's kind of cheap. She's like, "I'm sorry, I haven't been getting many clients lately because I have a favorite." And she blushes a little as she sits next to you.
By the time she's finished explaining why it's cheap, I've already finished like several shots of it. Okay. Well, that's not as much as I was hoping for, but I'll take it.
Oh, well, I'm sorry that you're dissatisfied with my performance.
That was out of character, and you know it.
Her feelings are deeply hurt as I take it incredibly character.
No! You're the worst.
I already gave you a scene, Asahi, but I mean, who do you see in the brothel for your luxury? Do you just like bathe and like hang out with Ushiyama?
Yeah,
Yeah, all right, because he's in there as
that's
well.
it.
Just two guys sitting in a hot tub 5 feet apart. They're not gay.
Lol.
Okay. Yeah, he'll chat you up a little bit. He's like, so do you think that baby's really mine?
Sure, why not?
No. Dude, I'm not ready to be a father.
I mean, no, it's not yours.
I don't know. She sounded the spider lady sounded pretty convinced that it was mine when she gave it to me.
Do you just want to argue?
No, I want
Is that
comfort. I want comfort, my dude. He says, taking a shot of sake. You're supposed to console me.
I tried. I gave you both answers. You didn't like any of them.
We're Hot Springs Bro. You are breaking the Hot Springs Bro sacrament.
It just cuts away on that.
Yep. You get lectured for not being a good bro. All right, Sensui, back to you. You have a second downtime action. Which clock are you ticking up, or what else are you doing? Fefner?
Oh, sorry, muted myself.
Oh.
So, no, it was on purpose this time. So, I am technically seizing a resource, except it's just purely a narrative thing.
Information.
I
yeah,
already have these items that I want to get, so I forget. Who are the other two characters you said had them? I know Asahi had connections that could get me the thing.
Yeah, Asahi has connections with Kosuke Ito, the extortionist, who can get you those items.
Mm-hmm.
Michiko can get you those items. And
Michiko.
And Rao can't get you those items. That's right. V can get you those items. She replaces Sawtooth, but nobody picked her as a background character, so you'd have to get her as an asset.
I don't even know her, so I'd probably go with Michiko first. So
okay. All right, so you head over to Michiko. I'm still being really, really lazy. Do you want me to actually move the map this time? I'll move the map this time. Okay. You head over to Michiko. She's at the bar, and you don't have to hide your face because you already hid your face because your girlfriend helped you not get seen by the Lord who's dead anyway. But yes, Michiko greets you and says, "Do you have anything for me?"
Oh, not particularly. But I do have a quick question. I have begun to see more spirits in this realm, and in theory, they'd actually be very helpful to me.
Would they? Not all of them are helpful, like the ones that you've been killing.
Well, of course, but I was told by someone that perhaps you might have, well, actually I didn't get much information, but she implied you'd have some sort of resource that might help me, I guess, tame some of these things? Or at the very least, maybe put them elsewhere.
I do have those kinds of resources, and I will help you, but you're going to have to help me. I can get rid of these spirits permanently. The bad ones. And the good ones. She smiles. There's no such thing as a good spirit. They're all mischievous and troublesome. She scowls, including that friend of yours.
Let's not talk about friends right now, yes?
Of course. I'm sorry. I let myself slip. These spirits are leaking into this world because my wards were not good enough, but my items are. So go ahead and make the my products are good. They're the real deal. So go ahead and make that acquire asset roll to get these items.
Oh, like I said, it's not acquire asset. This is just for the narrative, because Whisperer does actually start with the ghosts net and spirit bottles.
So she heads into like a back room in the bar where she stays, and it's like a storage room, and the bartender just kind of grunts at her as she walks past him, and she pulls out a glittering net and hands it over to you, and like a smoky filled bottle, and she says, "Be careful with this. They can break with too much pressure, but they're pretty resilient."
All right, well, I suppose I'll have to figure out how these work then.
She'll take a moment to teach you how to use them, but she'll explain like how you harmonize it with the spirits and lure the spirits in with promises. You basically whisper through the butt of the bottle, and you echo your voice through the bottle and lure the spirits in.
All right, so yes.
And the net, you just throw the net over them. What do you want?
So yeah, Whisper just has Ghost Net, Electroplasm Vials, and Spirit Bottles, but I didn't figure that Sensui would have those at the start, so I just figured I'd add a narrative reason why she has those.
Yes, so now she has
So there we
those.
go.
And do you want to?
It's
But
flavor.
do you still have some down? You still have a downtime roll. So what do you want to do?
All right, so I'm guessing the clock I want is probably a 12 clock, right? Because I'm going to start investigating what's going on around town, and that's probably a pretty hefty.
Yeah, it's going to be a 12
order.
clock. That's actually a new clock unless you want to investigate the
Oh,
shrubs,
yeah.
which is already at a count of 3. Okay,
Nope,
investigate the town. Okay.
Investigate town.
I'm
All
putting
right.
it in there. I got it.
I'm putting it on my own page as well,
Okay.
just so I have that. All right, so I think I just want to start by probably surveying, because I saw that sword. I'm gonna at least try to sort of survey like the area around the mansion. It's probably pretty bustling right now, so I don't think I'm gonna get much information just from there, but trying to figure out who's in that mansion, why they have that sword is where I want to start.
Okay. I can just tell you that, right?
I probably have to make a roll because this is my investigation. I forget how those work. I basically
you just do a
just
fortune roll because there's no downside.
Yeah, there's
fortune
no fortune roll. Yeah.
so fortune effect standard probably because
Effect doesn't matter either. It just
Yeah,
ticks,
no
so.
effect. Don't worry about it. It just ticks.
okay, so 0 effect or whatever standard whatever. We know what this is doing, and I don't feel the need to do any bonus die. Couldn't anyway. All right, so 3, so not great progress.
So I'll give
Makes
you
sense.
I'll give you 1 tick on that clock with a 3.
I think it's 1 tick, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
not
what's
looking at it
your this city feels familiar to you because of your background and who you are. You're getting a lot of deja vu as you just wander around the town, and it doesn't feel right either. It kind of feels like this should be a different place, like that this is a place laying on top of a place. Like there's a layer over this, that the layer that you're on is like a layer that's over the layer of the place.
I don't remember that street being there, and you'd figure with all the development this town has had over the years, that would just make sense, but like more so.
Mm-hmm. That might have been a little bit too much information, but we'll keep building off of that.
It makes sense for a 1, is just going around town, something really feels off.
Yeah, it feels either really familiar or it feels weird that it's not familiar.
I feel it's more the latter, but yeah.
Yeah. Because you've been, you know what, I mean, Fafnir, does your character know where this is?
She would, yeah.
Okay. And you kind of know what's going on. You're just trying to make sure that what you think is going on is what's really going on, right?
Yeah, I just figured this would be whatever the the past version of gentrification is, but
yeah,
it's not quite gentrification, but just
yeah,
urbanization, I guess, something like that.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, some of these streets are familiar to you. Some of them aren't, and that's weird. Yeah, there's a dog park. What up with that? All right, who wants to go next and do their second downtime activity between Sahi and Yumi, because Kalari did both of hers already?
I'll go.
Okay.
So we need a place we need to lay low for a while, right?
Yes.
Would it require getting an asset if I were to try and find some place in town that we could use as a kind of hideout?
You kind of already have such a place, but it would be good to acquire it permanently. This is a discussion that you need to be having with your crew, actually, that we've been avoiding for a very long time, which is, where is your headquarters, y'all? Are your headquarters
Well, we haven't really
brothel,
had
or
one.
yeah, not really. You've been spending most of your time in the bar, but the bar is not a safe spot. So where do you want to make your headquarters, folks? Because this isn't an asset you have to acquire, Yumi. This is something you automatically get when you become a crew.
I mean, it sounds like it's the brothel.
Yeah, the bar's a little too public, isn't it?
The bar is way too public.
I don't think
It was
anybody wanted to
Find
say
like
it
an
out
abandoned
loud.
house or something. Like
Yeah, we're based out of a brothel.
Okay. So
Oh,
you
also,
yes.
go on.
No, please.
I was just going to mention that we still have spectral hands, so Justice can still do a thing at some point.
Yep.
Maybe
Okay,
we could just literally just buy a fucking shack on the edge of town.
if you want to acquire a separate safe place, I will let you do that.
Okay, I think that's a useful
Okay.
investment of my time.
I would say that's fine. I would also say that acquiring another lackey so that you could do more spectral hand stuff would also be useful, but that's up to you.
Do you want to recruit more idiots from the bar?
Well, I don't really have a gang anymore. I don't really have that much of a gang like I used to, so that actually would be a good idea. I think I'll do
Alright.
that actually.
I'm actually going to drag you over so you can pick who you're going to recruit. We finally move. Get out of here, Yoichiro. You're busy. Get up there. Your friends. All right. So Justice is already in your crew. You got Maslow and the Drider lady. Asuka. Yeah.
So we do officially have Asuka.
No, you do not officially have Asuka.
I want to officially have Asuka.
Okay.
It is.
I'll recruit myself.
Yeah, it is only Justice that I am the one who recruits Asuka.
Okay.
Yep, Alice's original character.
My OC do not steal.
All right, how does this work again? Gathering an asset really quick. Fafnir, do you remember? Because you did it last time and you rolled really poorly, and Justice is a garbage asset because of it.
Let's see. I actually completely forget. Hold on a moment. Spice, downtime activities. Shoot, I do not remember where assets are.
I can go to downtime activities. Acquire asset should be listed in bold. Downtime activities is on page 153.
All right.
Scrolling down to the scroll wheel. Sorry.
Acquire asset. It's 159 in book.
159. Got it.
So roll the crew's tier. The result indicates the quality of the asset.
Okay.
So our tier is 1.
So you roll 1d6, and it sets the tier of the ally. What do we got? A 4. Nice.
Hey, not bad.
Okay.
That's
4 means they're tier 0.
They're tier 0. So this is Asuka at a tier 0. She's more competent than Justice, but not by much. That's good, because I wanted Maslow to be a higher tier ally than a tier 0. So yeah, sorry, go ahead, Goka.
I was gonna say that's kind of canon for Asuka, isn't it?
It kind of is.
Oof.
So what kind of roleplay do you want to have with Asuka to get her onto your team? Listen, I've been staying out of trouble. Okay, I haven't done my baby thing to anybody who doesn't deserve it.
Well, I wasn't here to bother you about that. Don't worry. Yeah, I understand that we all have our own preoccupations, and I'm not here to judge yours. I was wondering, however, if you couldn't be in, if you might be interested in doing something, uh, that isn't that.
Well, like what kind of some things? Because
Well,
yes, of course. I mean, I would love to do more things. It just kind of feels like I'm burdened with this, But it's like, but what kind of things? Like I'm out of ideas. Yumi.
um, have you ever thought about freelancing?
Oh man, you always have to be hustling and
But
looking
what
for
if you could?
jobs and
What if you
work
get
and.
all the adventure of freelancing, but someone else does all the annoying parts of it for you?
Am I the one who's doing all the annoying parts?
Oh no, other people would be handling all the annoying parts. You would only be handling the doing the new interesting thing part.
Oh wow, that sounds great. I would be happy to do that. Absolutely, I'm down for helping you out. I have unique skills. Oh gosh, I just realized, Fefner, she probably could have given you the ghost net because she can make spider web.
Well, she can help me repair it if need be.
Yeah, okay. She's like, I've got a special array of skills, she says, referencing the Taken speech. Skills that make people miserable. And I can
See,
use them
you
to a
said
good end.
taken. You said taken, and literally the only thing I thought was like nunchuck skills, which
She's
would
got
be
Liam
all the way
Neeson
back
skills.
to 2006.
I know she's gonna air juggle you.
So the real question is, out of character here, do you think I have to tell her that it's probably all very shady legally, or do you think that it doesn't matter because she's literally half spider person?
I think it doesn't matter because she's literally half a spider person. She's
Yeah,
already
that's
been
what I was
doing
thinking
some
as
pretty
well.
illegal stuff.
I feel like just being a half spider person is probably illegal at some point. So somewhere along the lines, there's some regulatory body that has some kind of unsavory opinion about this. So I think we're good on that front. Asuka, what could you bring to the table if I were to bring you into such an arrangement with, or I was going to say organization, but we're literally just a ragtag mob.
Well, word is already going around that there was some hullabaloo at the manor today.
I'm not going to say that that's incorrect, but I do want to register for the record that I resent it being called that. Continue.
Called a hullabaloo.
It's
My
demeaning.
lawyer advises me that I should not refer to this as a hullabaloo.
It was a ruckus at best, but continue.
I've heard it's at least 2 shenanigans, is what I've heard.
Well, now I'm just offended.
I take umbrage with that.
I take severe umbrage. Well, you heard correctly. I'm not the language I would use, but you heard correctly, mostly. That's not the usual. Usually we deal with problems. Mostly it involves figuring out ways to keep yokai in the surrounding area who are on a little more on the feral side from attacking random passersby, which can be a little difficult sometimes, but can also pay very well.
She
And you
smiles
would
and
be
says,
able
well,
to share that.
yes, I have connections with the spirit world, as you know. How do you think I got my hands on that Oni baby? And I can use
Yes.
them to facilitate any needs you have with spiritual shenanigans, including finding the mother of that child.
Kalari
If I
just
had
burst
ears,
into
they
the
would perk.
room. Do you know who the mother of the child is?
Really now?
I've been looking for so long.
Asuka says, I have some ideas on where we can find her. I've already been helping, and I've already been asked by Justice about this.
This baby
Then
needs to be with his mother.
It's
Yeah.
the baby. She's crying, by the way. Shinji is crying.
Oh, come here. It's okay.
And I
Here, have
see
some.
no reason why you shouldn't join up with us officially.
So be it. Consider me in your service.
And then, like, the thing for
what?
Persona happens where, like, you get the I am thou, and thou art I.
I don't even know what.
a new bond that cannot be broken.
She's she's the fucking chariot because I mean, look at her. She's a
I was gonna say,
spider lady.
What arcana is she?
That's not how it
She's
works.
definitely the chariot.
I don't
Okay.
even remember what chariot gives you.
No, don't do this. I actually know how to. Can't. Can't do this.
All right. Anything else before we end for the night? Do you want to do any role play, Jeff?
Oh my god.
Let me think about that. Well, I did just murder the Lord of the City.
You did do that.
Maybe
But-
we should unpack that.
Nobody saw that, but so you're what he was vile, reprehensible man, and already guards are harassing people and
Have they released to the public that he's dead yet?
not yet. But the guards are harassing people in the streets, taking their money, looting. It's chaos.
Well,
Yep,
Mhm.
happens sometimes.
we get a
So how do you
best
feel?
ever
I mean, you've killed before, haven't you?
I mean, yes, I was a sniper in the military.
Or a long gunman,
Or
or
a
whatever.
sharpshooter, excuse
Yeah,
me. There were no
sharpshooter.
snipers.
Anachronism. No, I don't care.
I mean, he did suck, so I don't feel that bad.
He was terrible.
I feel bad about the chaos happening right now, but I don't feel bad about murder.
I mean, isn't one of the rules of acquisition that war and thus also chaos is good for business? I don't see any problem here.
Not a bit. No.
All right.
Well. Oh well.
A cloaked figure steps up to you and says, "You know, this is going to cause some problems. We
I
already."
don't want to do the Dark Brotherhood quest again.
No, the cloaked figure pulls back the hood of their cloak, and they are a hot demon lady. I'm gonna
don't recognize
reuse
this
Shay's
person.
pog, but I don't wanna.
I've never seen this person before, so I don't know what this means.
She smiles at you and she says, "We are the lord of this town did not have an heir. So without an heir, there's going to be a struggle for dominance between the factions. I'm going to say that that the factions are now at war and you are in a war status, which is going to affect heat from further missions. But the good news is you only have 2 missions left unless you find new missions. So you are now technically at war."
Cool. Great. Well,
Seems
you
good.
suck.
I wish you luck because Kagematsu is going to win this confrontation unless somebody else can seize control.
Is he though?
She glances up at the sky and says, "Have you been keeping track of how many shards you've collected?"
No.
Absolutely, we haven't.
If you don't have them all, you get the bad ending.
Mm-hmm.
I know there's that one in the woods by the fat
Tsuchinoko.
snakes.
Yeah, by the fat snakes. You should get it soon. There are only 2 left. I bid
Can
you
I get it
farewell.
without bothering the fat snake? If I take it, will they be sad?
They'll be powered down a little bit and tired, but they'll be fine. But that will
well, I
be your
guess
next. That'll be your next mission for next session because it's 11. Well, it's almost 11 p.m. We've got about 10 minutes left. Let's do end of the
Yeah.
session stuff.
We should have Hijikata do some downtime stuff next time, and also
Yep.
I have to have that meeting with everyone. We
Yep,
should
okay,
probably
so
decide who
let's-
we're giving the shards to.
Let's role play that out then. Arc
Well,
is
next time.
Yeah, next time. All right.
Yeah, I want everyone, possibly everyone, to be here. If somebody's missing next time, then
Right.
we'll live with it. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so end of the session. Asahi, let's start with you.
Okay. Address a challenge with violence or coercion.
Yes.
Yes.
Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I don't think so.
Nah, you didn't do anything particularly lawyery today.
Struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
Yes.
On a very technical level, when I tried to indulge my vice, there was some other asshole at the hot springs that wouldn't leave me alone.
You're supposed to be bonding with Ushiyama. You're
right,
breaking
that's
the
it for
bro
me.
code. Okay. Kalari, you're next.
Well, I used violence twice. I shot the Lord, and I also shot all the bullets at Kagematsu.
You did that?
And I expressed my background by posing as a military officer.
You did do
I
that.
think that's the
Okay.
third one.
Yep. Go ahead, Sensui.
Okay, so I would say I did Knowledge Arcane Power twice because I, made use of the door.
Yep.
And then I also went further with spirit stuff in that I actually successfully made a spirit do something kind of helpful.
Yep.
Let's see, express beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. I would say so, yeah. That definitely came into play.
You definitely talked to some old people and used your background to. Yep, for sure. You were a very good drifter today. You didn't say you were straight once though. I'm gonna have to deduct some points.
And I don't think I struggled with issues from vice or traumas. Really, I've just been having a good time with my vices.
Well,
And trauma, I saw a thing once and it didn't really affect me enough to do anything, so I'm going to specifically say no to that.
Okay. I was going to say, if the devil was more of the devil instead of actually kind of a good person, it would be more of a struggle, but the devil's actually kind of good, just I hope that we can get the devil and Michiko to talk about their differences because, I have a whole thing that they could say to each other, but I don't want to roleplay myself, so I'm going to have somebody read her lines.
All right.
Anyway, Yumi, your turn. End of the session stuff. Alice.
Okay. Let's see. Every time you roll desperate action, I don't think I did that at all.
Nope.
Address the challenge of deception or influence.
Did you ever make a roll? I'm trying to think. No, well,
not for
I'm gonna
those
say
things.
I'm gonna say tossing the trance powder in somebody's face was deceptive.
You deceived him having good eyesight.
Yes.
Yeah,
Give you a point for that.
I guess you could see that. That kind of works. A feint kind of works. Express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background.
You were a mischievous wolf girl or fox girl, sorry.
I was kind of a mischievous fox girl, yes. As well as magic fiddling. mystical lock fiddling.
Yes, you did do mystical lock fiddling.
Struggle with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
I fall into that.
No. All right.
You really didn't get in trouble from your drinking because that wasn't actually said in character and Ray's feelings weren't actually hurt. I was just fucking with you.
I know, that was very mean.
All right, I'm going to stop streaming then. Thank you very much for playing with me. Goodbye, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.